Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Raider Sports Network. I'm Nick Sangelis alongside Sam Stern. Sam, it's been quite the eventful first half. 2 scores total, 1 per team. And we apologize for the technical difficulties earlier, being unable to bring you audio. But we brought you some good footage, so hopefully you watched. But if you did not, Raiders scored on a nice little run by Keon Martinez. We'll talk about that here after the kickoff return. And that's chopped down. Decent game by Marshall Parker. They've been sticking him back there to receive some of these kickoffs. Such a sure-handed guy. But back to what happened. Mountain Vista just scored on a nice little touchdown pass by their quarterback.
Yeah, lackadaisical defense. That last possession, it just kind of seemed like it was first down after first down after first down.
They're certainly driving. So now the Raiders will start their drive here on their own 20. So essentially, kickoff return was a touchback, but here's Lamb throwing off to the right, up the middle. Decent gain there. First down Raiders. Cade Mendenhall on the reception.
Good play there.
Mendenhall's numbers been dialed up a lot lately. He's been kind of quiet in the first couple of games of the year. And they're certainly trying to use him here. Keon Martinez is having a good game as well. Justin Lambs looks solid. Let's name a few. Here's Lamb. Handoff towards the right with Martinez. Gain him a couple. Now, Sam, I'm not sure if the viewers heard it at home, but I want to mention it again because it fascinates me. DJ Jackson actually has less running yards than Justin Lamb, quarterback.
Yeah, as I said earlier, it's a pretty interesting stat that Justin Lamb has more rushing yards than Justin Lamb because he is the quarterback, and DJ Jackson, that's kind of what he's known for doing, his running competitiveness and just his skill.
And last year he was the RB1. This year he's fallen into an RB2 scenario with Keon Martinez. This is Lamb bouncing around in the pocket, trying to find something. Evading a ton of defenders. Still making moves. Throwing out to his right. That's Mendenhall on the reception. Coming down the sideline. And he is brought down at the 25-yard line. What a play by Justin Lamb. First down, Regis Jesuit.
What a great athletic play there by Justin Lamb to get away from the defenders, which you could see were just inches away from pulling him down, and just phenomenal defense.
You think I could get on? You think I could get on and do a briefing for the people who just got on?
Maybe at the end of the first quarter. So first down after that big gainer. Lamb all alone in the backfield. We usually don't see that out of the Raiders. Excuse me. Keon Martinez was hidden from me, and he gained 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. Martinez again. The back to the right of Justin Lamb. Lamb takes a snap. Hands out to Martinez. And he is gang tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of about 1.
Do you think he'll go for a running play here, Nick? Or, sorry, do you think he'll go for a pass?
Well, certainly could go either way. 3rd and 3 isn't necessarily lending itself to either one. But I've liked the look of Justin Lamb so far.
I have too.
But we'll find out at the end of the after the intermission here. That's the end of the first quarter. And now I'd like to welcome on Sports Analytics Club's own Ryan Tierney to give us a briefing of the first quarter.
How's it going, Nick?
Not too bad, my friend. How about you?
I'm doing all right. So, after the first quarter, it looks like we have a tale of 2 teams. Regis Jesuit is running a maximum efficiency offense right now. They have made about 10 plays for the whole entire game. Mountain Vista is in the 30s. They have much longer drives. they're steady drives. They keep getting their first downs, but Regis is getting those big gains, and that's why they're in the red zone right now. So we're going to have to keep watching as this game progresses. Will Mountain Vista's long drives wear down Regis's defense, or will the Regis efficiency continue to dominate going into the second quarter?
Awesome. Thank you so much for that.
All right, thank you very much.
We'll welcome in on throughout the broadcast. This year's a new partnership with the newly erected Sports Analytics Club. They're doing great work over there. I love hearing what they have to say. Some of that stuff is really what they use to scout players as well. So keep an eye out for that. There's a running play to the right. Really nothing there. Penalty coming up, the first of the ball game. Aside from the offsides on the point after attempt by the Raiders on their first touchdown.
Ooh, that's
it's going to be a hold coming up, yeah.
Oh, tough play. Regis were just close to getting that touchdown. That puts him back a little bit.
So instead of being on the 15, on the 25, only got 3rd and 13 coming up here.
So here's the other thing. Since we only have one camera, and I guess we're not going to get another one now that Dawkins left. Once we go on break, like a timeout or something, we're going to need to get something else.
Lamb running up to his left. He's got a man in the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Regis Jesuit.
How about that block? Did you see the block to get Justin Lamb wide open for that pass? I mean, they just went woo and just sent him flying.
Just a beautiful score by the Raiders. Lamb so efficient rolling out to the side. Can do it from either the left or the right. Throwing across his body there.
Patrick's doing assistant for this week. He's doing like time and stuff. So, for example, once they kick this extra point, Cameron, let's go to let's get something.
An extra point is blocked.
Okay, let's go like.
What a great play to get around that edge there by Mountain Vista.
Definitely, and I saw him coming out of nowhere. I thought that it was a beautiful kick, but just blocked. Great defense.
Had some kicking struggles all year. Have the Raiders. Of course, this is Pierce Thrasher's first year doing it. He's made a couple of long field goals, and we've seen the leg he has. He can hit it from 40 plus.
And as I talked about in past broadcasts, something interesting about him, he kicks the kickoffs with his left foot, and he kicks his field goals with his right foot. And you don't see a lot of players switching off with their feet, but it's interesting to me. And he's ever since his first game, his kickoff has just gotten farther and farther, and that's what they need to finish off the season.
This is Kevin Green kicking off for the Raiders. Pierce Thrasher had the extra point. Kevin Green's lefty. He flies that one off. And it bounced around for a little bit. Ball's loose. And Mountain Vista came up with it. That is always the dangerous part of that kickoff design there, Sam.
So, looks like Raiders going to come out.
I asked you a question.
Oh, you did?
This is Mountain Vista driving, trying to respond after that touchdown by the Raiders. Quarterback keeper falls down, real short gain there. You're killing me, man. It's killing me. It's killing me. I can't focus. Levi Rush on the tackle for the Raiders. Caden Wetzel, quarterback from Mountain Vista. He's listed as a free safety. Interestingly. And that ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage. That front four for the Raiders have just been dominant all year. Sam.
They definitely have. I mean, that is this defense as a whole has just been absolutely phenomenal, and just it's been great. And you know, those front four, as I've said, they're really a wall. I mean, you just really can't get through them.
Wetzel now out of the shotgun. Bounced up in the pocket, looking to run. Felt a little contact as he's brought down to the ground. .6'1", 170 is Wetzel. Can run a little bit, but that's going to bring up 4th and 5 here. Aubrey Marshall Parker back to receive the punt for the Raiders. Low snap. Got the punt off. Fair catch called for, and Raiders get the ball at about the 35-yard line. You know, all year long, Sam, the Raiders have done a great job on special teams.
They have. They've had a great running game, especially with Aubrey Marshall Parker, who we know is a speed demon, and he's an all-around player on this squad. He's been a producer. His first game against Creek was not as great as we thought, and I know for myself I was a little nervous because the Aubrey Marshall I know is a competitive, one of the best players at his position I've seen in high school football, and then he comes out the next game and scores 2 touchdowns. So it just shows you how great of a player he is and how good of a mindset he has.
So now the Raiders already getting the ball back, keeping that offense on the field, really. Lamb's got 3 wide receivers to the left. Timeout called, though, before this play began by the Raiders. They're first of the contest.
And I'd just like to take a moment to tell you guys about our social media pages, brand new Raider Sports Network social media pages. We have Instagram and Twitter. You can please follow us for in-game live coverage, highlights, halftime scores, and excellent photos by our photography team on Instagram at Raider Sports Network and on Twitter at Raider SN.
Now, Sam, just some quick stats right here. Kian Martinez, team leader in rusher. He's got 596 yards in the season. And the next highest rusher is Justin Lamb at 147. DJ Jackson is 45. Even though they like to use Martinez and Jackson, at least in the beginning of the year, interchangeably. So far, they've been leading heavily on Martinez. Here he is. Shakes off a couple defenders, falls over one. Pick up a few more yards at the tail end of that thing.
Yes, and I mean, they're being aggressive and they're holding them, but I think if they could just keep having a little bit stronger defense. I mean, we know how good their defense is, and I think that right now they're being a little lackadaisical, but I think if they could just kind of bolster up a little bit, I think they can be really good.
Here's Lamb. Keeps it himself this time. Rolling out to his left. He's going to run it. Flag is down. After Lamb picks up a couple.
I meant offense too, sorry.
Yeah, Lamb kept it.
I'm hoping that they can hand it off to Keon Martinez for another big run, because I feel like that's one way that the Raiders can really get some free points. I mean, you have Keon Martinez who can virtually beat any defense that comes on our field. I mean, he's just a speed demon, as I said about other players on our squad, Aubrey Marshall Parker, DJ Jackson. I mean, we have some high-caliber players that can run and that are really all-around players, so I'm hoping that they'll take advantage of his running game here.
Penalties on the Raiders. 15 yards for a blindsided hit. Makes it 2nd and 17. Excuse me, I believe it was 10-yard penalty. Lamb now. 3-step drop, steps up now, rolling out to his right. He's going to run it again. A lot of defenders there. And he is met heavily. You got to respect his bravery, really, on the run.
Yes, he's a very athletic player, really takes advantage of those open lanes whenever he can get them. And whenever he takes advantage, I mean, he's usually getting yards. And as we said before the broadcast today, he's already scored a couple touchdowns this season. So he's just like I've said over and over again, he's also another all-around player we have on our squad that can not only help us score those touchdowns with Keon and DJ and Aubrey, but he can also score himself. So that's something good to have.
It's going to be a false start coming up here on the Raiders. More penalties on this drive. Penalties certainly were a problem last year for this Raider team. Remember a game where they had 20+ in one game.
Yeah, it's definitely continuing today, and I'm not seeing the oomph from this team right now. I mean, we've seen over and over again against other teams in this first half. They're usually a great first half team. They come out immediately and they strike fast. I mean, they show no mercy to the teams, especially at the start, and I'm not seeing that. And I'm hoping that before the second half starts, I can really see that next level.
Here's Lamb rolling out to his left. Gets a nice little block from Martinez. He steps up, comes back to this right side, running around. He has a man open. Incomplete. That'd have been quite the athletic catch. Instead, 4th down coming up.
I think we all would, but
Excuse me, now they overrule that call. It's a catch, still 4th down, but much more manageable. Keeping the offense on the field, but remember, Lamb often punts. He's actually listed as a punter. So sometimes he'll punt out of the shotgun formation, so look out for that. I like to fool you with that so that there's no man to take it back, but here they're going for it. Kim Martinez bounces off to the left, and he takes it up a couple yards. Good enough for the first.
everyone just like
Ryan's doing the halftime show.
7:38 left to go in this second quarter. And a 9-yard gain there. Bold play call by Coach Dan Philman of the Raiders. It pays off dividends.
I don't know what's supposed to be. I'm not paying attention.
Lamb fakes the handoff, rolls out to the right. Pass is caught. Breaks one tackle.
Great.
Still
There
going
you
down
go.
the sideline. Jake Heimlicher breaks free, and they stay stepped out.
That would have been a score. I would have gone crazy. I mean, he hopped right over him and just he was taking it all the way. I thought he had it.
Absolutely.
I don't know how he was able to stay in bounds for that long either. I mean, he hopped over the guy, and then I thought he was going.
Sorry for the confusion. It's going to be first and 10 for the Raiders from the 47-yard line. Of course, Jake Heimlicher converted from defensive end, still playing defensive end, but now he's playing a little tight end as well. And another blindside block penalty coming up. That'll negate that gain. Ouch.
Dang, you wouldn't think he's a defensive lineman. You'd think he was. You'd think he was a running back. Gosh, jumping over guys, scoring touchdowns. Well, almost touchdowns, but he has scored some this season.
So now the ball is placed at the 41-yard line. Sam, something I'm noticing here tonight is the pocket presence of Justin Lamb. He's bouncing around back there and creating lanes for himself.
Yeah, which is phenomenal for a quarterback. I'm really impressed because of him opening up lanes, he's getting others open, and it's phenomenal. I mean, he's just cutting in and out and getting wide open passes, and it's phenomenal to see.
Martinez, the carrier there. Couple yards. Maybe 2nd and 3 coming up. Levi Rush, I believe, stepped in there for a second. Sometimes he'll play on the defensive end of the ball. Sometimes he'll play on the offensive side of the ball as well. A lot of offensive and defensive players for this Raider team. A lot of athletic guys. Lamb now hands it off as he was rolling off to the left. Didn't fool the Mountain Vista defense, though. Gain of a couple. They have Lamb roll out to the left so often. Might as well do a little counter. Lamb now. Roll on to the left. Pitches that way.
Oh.
Martinez didn't find anything there at all.
He bobbled it a little bit and then just got brutally smashed to the ground.
Something else to note here is DJ Jackson's been shaken up. Certainly a couple weeks ago. I saw him fully dressed tonight, so shouldn't be any issue there, but maybe that's the reason why they're leaning so heavily on Martinez tonight and last week.
Yeah, speaking off that, I mean, that's kind of something I've also been seeing in the last couple games. I'm not seeing it from DJ this season so far, which obviously there's a lot more games to go, but just so far I haven't seen the DJ Jackson. I mean, Keon Martinez has just been kind of taking over that position.
Here's Martinez run out to the right. Solid pick up there. Another first down for the Raiders. This has been a methodical, slow drive here for the Raiders. First and 10. Lamb gets calls from the sideline before settling in. Lamb in the shotgun. Now he rolls out to his left, bounce outside the collapsing pocket, still free. And he trots out of bounds. See what the pickup was. 7-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 3.
I'm really impressed with the way he's playing right now. I mean, he's getting himself open time and time again, and because of it, they're getting more attempts, and they're still on this run. And I think by the way they're playing right now, I think they could easily score a touchdown here.
Lamb throws it out to the right.
There we go.
Cade Mendenhall again on the reception. First down.
You can already tell his passing game's getting a lot better. And I think he's found his touch, and players are getting open for him, which is always a helpful thing. And I think that's something that was also contributing to what could have been the lacking passing game, was just a lack of getting open. But today they're doing a phenomenal job of getting away from their man and getting those passes when they're open.
Lamb heads it out to the left. This is Martinez. Brought down. Solid pickup again. This running game has been really impressive tonight. I'd like to hear from our sports analytics club what the average pickup was on these carries. Seems 5+.
Has to be. He's forcing his way through every single time. I mean, he's phenomenal. He's tough. I mean, he looks a little bit smaller compared to the other players, but I mean, he's as aggressive as any of the other ones on the team.
Lamb throws across the middle. Incomplete. Here's 3rd and 2. This is a key down. Raiders would like to punch home another one. Keep this Eagles team on their toes. Especially before halftime. 4 minutes left to go in the half.
And if I were Justin Lamb right now, the one thing that would be going through my mind, or two things that would be going through my mind, is look for Keon in that running, and hopefully he can find himself a lane. Or I'd look for Aubrey Marshall on the left.
And here's a run out to the right.
And
this is Martinez darting free into the end zone. Touchdown, Regis Jesuit.
And they did as I thought. I knew they were going to find Keon Martinez. He's just been on a roll so far this game, and they took advantage. And he said, let me add some more points on the board, and he did it.
They tack on 6 more. Now, Sam, do you go for 2 here after the mix?
You know,
field goal?
With the lead that they have now, if I were them, I'd just go for the field goal. I mean, they don't have anything to lose right now at this point. But you never know, they might.
And take the snap here. Going for 2. Pass goes out to the right side, and it's good. 2-point conversion is completed. Lamb was alone in the backfield. The entire offensive line was lined up to the left, so the Eagles went that way. They rolled it out to the right. Lamb threw on the run, as he does so well. So now they're back on the typical 7-point track, 21-7.
I don't know if that counted. Did that count? Did it not go in?
Wait, that one.
Oh, it went in. It went in. Sorry, my bad.
Kevin Green set to kick this one off. Love to see this defense continue its prowess. Haven't seen very many exciting plays, but 3-and-outs galore, and that's all you can ask for. It's actually Pierce Thrasher kicking this one off short. This time it's caught in the air. Man, it's brought down, short gain, but decent field position.
Hopefully they can force a quick 3-and-out and maybe get another run in for another touchdown just to kind of lock this in for a little bit. But we'll see if they can first take this offense that has not been very, I would say, impressive so far, if that's the best word. Their quarterback, in my opinion, has actually been very good. I think he's also doing what Justin Lamb's doing, creating lanes for himself, which is also creating lanes for other players. But in words of passing and running, I haven't seen it.
Here they are. They're running out to the left side. Brought down vigorously. Second and 6 coming up. Wetzel now in the shotgun. Plays whistle dead. False start coming up for the Eagles.
And that's not a good thing for the Golden Eagles, especially with the time remaining. It just seems that things are just not going their way tonight, and kind of seems like a theme throughout the season. Just things are not going their way.
2-2 on the year are the Eagles. Wetzel hands it off on the quarterback, or excuse me, on the draw. Nothing there at all. Shut down immediately by the Raiders. I'll tell you, that front line is just gorgeous.
Yeah, Small would just say, are you serious? That's what he's like. He's like, don't come near me. But that's kind of same for all of them. They're kind of just like, that's the thing I love watching about the Raiders is their defense. I mean, every time they're just there, and when someone tries to get through, they're just like, nope, not happening.
Tonight they're playing without JT Cameron, who had a fantastic game last week.
Yes.
One of those solid defensive ends of the Raiders. Wetzel now. Throw out to the left side, well timed.
Oh, great look.
Picks up the first down.
And then Aubrey comes in on the defensive end and just says, get out. What a smackdown hit there.
Yeah, Marshall Parker among the players that play for both sides of the ball. It's really fun watching these athletes do their work.
Definitely.
And so many different facets of the game as well.
Mm-hmm.
And a Raider jumped off sides there.
And as you said about JT not being here tonight to play with us, I think that with how good our defense is playing tonight, I think that proves testament to how much depth we have on this team. I mean, whenever someone's out, we immediately have a player that can fill in and play equally as good, which is awesome to have for for a high school football team. So definitely exciting.
A lot of rotation going on in that Raiders secondary for this play. Wetzel out of the shotgun. Man in motion. Hands it off up the middle and just shut down immediately again. Do you think they should move away from this running game here, Sam?
I would. I mean, they should probably by now know that our defense is pretty good on seeing the lanes that they're trying to find. So if I were them, I'd go for the passing game because, I mean, from what I've seen so far this run, they've gotten some good passes in. So I think if he can find someone open, that would be a good plan.
Yeah, Wetzel's looks solid. They bring the pressure here, does the Raiders. And finally, a running play sneaks through. And that was Wetzel on the quarterback keeper. Slid down and was hit. I feel like in the NFL that would have been a flag, but no launcher on the field there. 1:30 left to go in the first half. Not a lot of time to work with for the Eagles, but they don't have a lot of field to work with either. Wetzel. Again, they hand it off. Really sticking to that run game. Pick up about 5. That's Chris Adams on the tackle. Here's Wetzel. Looking deep towards that right sideline. Patrick Rowe was there to shut that down. Great coverage by him.
You know, speaking of Chris Adams, as you were talking about a minute ago, I think he's one of the most underrated players on our team, especially on the defensive end. Last year, he was actually one of the backup running backs. And then this season, he got upgraded to that starting defensive position. He's been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, he's also another player that it's really hard to get through him. I mean, he's a tough player.
54 seconds, let's go. Again, the Raiders bring the pressure. Wetzel rolling out to the left. Throws that way. Pass is caught. Receiver falls out of bounds. Stops the clock at 49 seconds. Fourth and 5 coming up. And I think you got to go for it here. Need to put on some points here. Raiders showing some more pressure.
He started cussing. He's like, we burned $2,500 in this bullshit.
Wetzel lobbing it deep down the field. Well overthrown.
Yeah, a little hard there. I think a little overestimation of his wide receivers there.
So now, interesting scenario. The Raiders get the ball back. 44 seconds left to work with. And with their offense driving like this, do you think they can tack on another score here?
I mean, I mean, Justin Lamb has been able to throw some good passes today, so you never know. He could throw a pretty long pass and maybe get a score in, but if I had to guess, I think it's probably going to be this score going into halftime.
You got a sign of girls with, what do they got? Churros in their hands. They got Rocco's churro in their hand. Oh, sorry.
So here's this Raider offense. 1 receiver to the right, 3 to the left. Lamb's looking to the left. Throws that way across the middle.
Oh.
Flag thrown.
That was a phenomenal pass there, but
Was it caught?
it wasn't. It was actually just dropped. It was in his hands, and he just barely dropped it. But, I mean, definitely was tugging on the jersey and pushing him a little bit, so that is worthy of a flag. But as I've said, I'm very impressed by the way Justin Lamb's playing today. A lot more poised, and you can really tell that he's come here to play tonight. Didn't start out the game super well and energized as a team, not just him. But ever since the start of the second quarter, you've seen or as far as I've seen a whole different Raider team, especially on the offensive end.
Here's this offensive Raider team throwing it deep down the left sideline. Incomplete. Second and 10 coming up from the 41. 34 seconds left to go in the half. Really, I think need about 10 to 15 more yards, getting it within field goal range.
I would say so. And at
We've seen Thrasher hit some long ones.
definitely. I mean, he has a foot, as you said earlier. But if I were them at this point, if they don't end up passing it this time, I'd give it to Keon and let him run as much as he can. We obviously know he can.
Lamb evades more tackles. And that throw is in the feet of Martinez.
Flag.
Flag is on the field there. A couple of the Mountain Vista sideline was pointing for a intentional grounding call. It's coming back for the Raiders. It's going to be holding.
Yeah, so at this point, I think that with only 29 seconds left, I think we probably are going to have this score going into the second half. But,
you know, Sam, I think if for the Raiders, why not take a shot down the field here?
I mean, I completely agree. I just think with the way, with the way they've been playing just on this run, I think that they may not be able to do it, but you never know. I mean, as I said, with Keon Martinez and Justin Lamb's arm's been phenomenal tonight. I mean, there's barely been any drops on his passes. So I think that if he can get a good pass off, or if Keon could get those legs zooming down the field, I think then we're in good position.
Timeout called by Mountain Vista there. And this has been quite the extended minute of play in the last little bit in the half here.
And please stay with us. During halftime, we're going to have the presentation of the Raider Raffle Lark, the Lark event tonight. Big night. Someone's going to win either a car, $5,000, or $1,000 tonight. Hopefully it's me, but wouldn't bet on it.
Exciting stuff.
Pray for me.
Lamb going out to the right, throws it that way.
Oh.
And Martinez is wrapped up. Clock continues to run, 20 seconds left. We're having a little trouble with the clock on our end, but 15 now. Raiders taking their time. 13. Here they come. Lamb. Could be the last play of the half. Rolling out to his left. Great block by Martinez. Throwing deep downfield. He's got a man open. It's Marshall Parker.
Ooh.
Overthrew him. 1 second remains on the clock. So that's good enough for one more play.
What a play that would have been if Aubrey would have caught it. I mean, with an exclamation mark to end the first half. But just a little overshot.
We have a correction to make. According to the official scoreboard, Raiders only have 19 points, so that 2-point conversion would not have counted there. But I believe I saw the referee signal touchdown. But the official score right now is 19-7. So it looks like it's not victory formation. Lamb of the Raiders will try another one. They head it off. Another counter. Martinez has got some room. And he's chopped down. Solid pickup. I don't add to the stats there, but nothing to the scoreboard as we head to the halftime. 19-7. Regis Jesuit leads it. What a first half. Definitely stay tuned, as Sam mentioned. Cars being pulled in now, so definitely going to be an exciting presentation. I'm going to hand it over to Jake Stewart. Sam will take over play-by-play duties, but we'll get a little Brian Tierney action coming into halftime. And it's been a pleasure tonight. Sam, take it away.
Yes, so we're going to hand it on over to Ryan before the car winner is announced, just for a little small halftime show before we go into the second half. And without further ado, here's Ryan.
Thank you, Sam. All right, so first quarter we were talking about this, and it stayed true for the second quarter. Efficiency is the name of the game, and it has definitely been a deciding factor in this game. Regis is having incredible efficiency on their plays, averaging about 25 yards gained per play. They've only done 21 offensive plays. That is incredible. Mountain Vista, however, they've done over about 55 offensive plays. That's a big deal, and they're averaging less than 5 yards per play. So efficiency, this is definitely a deciding factor in this, and if the trends continue, we can expect a Raider victory in the next half. All right. Here comes the car announcement right now. Grand prize is about to be announced.
And the winner of the 2017 Hyundai Elantra, Dana Carr of Castle Rock.
Dana Carr of Castle Rock is our winner this year for the Hyundai Elantra. Grand prize in the Raider raffle. Second prize coming up. $5,000 on the line here.
And the winner of the $5,000 prize,
Joan Cusio, winner of the $5,000 prize. Second prize, $5,000 of cold hard cash.
We got one more.
$1,000 on the line. Third prize.
And the winner of the $1,000 prize, Mark Pavlik.
Mark Pavlik, winner of the $1,000 prize. So that's the end of the raffle. We'll be back on in about 15 minutes with the second half. I'm Ryan Tierney on the Raider Sports Network. We'll see you in a bit.
Just sit. Chill.
Cameron, do you want to get down?
Welcome back to Raider Sports Network. My name is Sam Stern, and Jake Stewart will be along with me in a bit. We're about to start in about 20 seconds, and I'd first like to start off by welcoming you to the second half of what should be a pretty exciting game. It is a little bit more than a one-possession game, and we're expecting not only Regis to come out fighting, but this Mountain Vista team who has shown this first half that they just really can't match up with this strong Raider team. But they come out here flying their Mountain Vista flag, hoping that they can gain some momentum, some energy, and hopefully maybe get a win. But you know our Regis Jesuit Raiders, they're going to come in tonight, and they're really going to come and play as hard as they can in order to hopefully gain another win and move up the rankings. As Nick Sanglis mentioned in the first half, they are a top 5 caliber team right now, according to the rankings. And physically, when you watch them, I mean, they have played phenomenally. Sorry, if that's even a word. I mean, maybe it is. I just made it. But I'm very much looking forward to this. Actually, sorry, my bad. It looks like they're going to add another 2 minutes for warm-ups. So hopefully it's going to be some Raider touchdowns. And as I mentioned in the first half with Nick Sanglis, Justin Lamb on the offensive end, boy, my goodness, he's just phenomenal. I mean, he's been opening up lanes for himself to score touchdowns, to get runs with Keon Martinez, who, as usual, is playing like out of his mind. I mean, what a phenomenal player he is, and he's not even a liability on this team. You never have to worry because he's always out here playing, always out here scoring, running. I mean, you talk about Usain Bolt on the football team. That's Keon Martinez when you need him. So I'm very much looking forward to this half. It's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully the Raiders can pull out that win, but they're going to have to come across this fighting Mountain Vista team. Please stay with us.
Where's Jake? Thanks, Rocco. You're welcome. The only thing I don't know how to do is this. You would have to win. Yeah, we would have to win 2 of 3. Start talking. Milwaukee would have to sweep, but I don't think they're going to sweep. Welcome back. Or no,
I can't hear you, so I'm going to use one of these.
Welcome back to Raider Sports Network. My name is Sam Stern, and as I said, Jake Stewart's going to be along with me on color commentating when he gets back soon. And we are entering the second half, the score of 19-7, and it's going to be what I think is a Mountain Vista kickoff, but we will see here. And we are looking forward to a great game. And as I mentioned early in the first half, please follow us on social media, on Instagram and Twitter for live updates, halftime scores, and some phenomenal video and photography by our video and photography crew. On Instagram, we're Raider Sports Network, and on Twitter, we are Raider SN. Thank you very much. So we are entering a half which is very much been, or I guess I should say this game has been very much on the Raider side so far, and Mountain Vista is wanting to change that, but with the way Raiders offense and defense are playing so far, I mean, it's going in the Raiders' way this whole game, but that is a bomb kicked to the end zone, and that's going to be Aubrey running. Aubrey's going to try to go through. He's still going, but they stop him at around what should be about the 15, 20-yard line. Yes, to the 20-yard line. Phenomenal run there, just a stop. With Aubrey Marshall Parker, you never know when he's going to stop. So that's going to be a 1st and 10 at the 20. As I said, the score is 19-7, and the Raiders are hoping to get some momentum and hopefully lock this game in, which would be a much-needed win to hopefully put them in what could possibly be the top 3 in our conference. So let's see, Justin Lamb in the pocket. He's gonna fake the handoff to Keon. He's gonna start running, and he's tackled. He does end up getting a couple yards, which should be about 2 to 3. And it is now 2nd and 3. So actually, he got 7 yards. So good distance for them. So we're looking to see if the Raiders can gain some momentum and capitalize on the opportunities. That's something, that last play that has been a theme throughout the game. Justin Lamb has been faking a lot of plays and throwing or taking it himself, and he did it today, and he's shown his athletic ability and was able to gain 7 yards there. He's going to call for the ball. He's going to do an immediate throw. Perfect. And that's going to be a tackle. I'll call you in.
It is looking absolutely incredible. Zoom out just.
And as we've seen this game on our offensive end, Aubrey Marshall Parker and Keon and Justin Lamb have been our 3 guys who have been playing phenomenal this game. And even Jake Heimlicher has entered the action and has done some phenomenal stuff. So we're looking to see if he can continue with his phenomenal play. And this is going to be another run. And speaking of Aubrey Marshall Parker, that's going to be a couple of yards for Aubrey. So a great run there. The senior, which was introduced today at senior night. Very cool moment for the players who will sadly be leaving us this year, which will be including phenomenal players like DJ Jackson, Justin Lamb, our QB, who's been phenomenal, and as I said, Aubrey Marshall Parker. So they will be missed, and that's going to be Justin Lamb off the snap. He's going to look for the beautiful pass. Oh, what a beautiful play. Oh, what a run. What a run there by what looked like number 7 Mendenhall. So phenomenal play there. He's just always a reliable player. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They are playing with a lot of energy and enthusiasm entering this half, and I'm very excited. 19-7. Let's see if they can do it. Justin Lamb off the snap. He's going to give it to Keon for a hopeful run. He's going to cut through the middle. And then, he hops, does a little hop step over there, but can't finish it. And this is going to be 2nd down and 3 at the 23-yard line. A good run there by Keon. Did a hop step over the Mountain View defense, but just couldn't quite keep going. And I'd like to welcome in Jake Stewart. Jake, I know it's been tough being able to see from your angle, and that's going to be a flag thrown. It looks like it's going to be against Regis. What could have been.
Will, we about to get this play-by-play.
Sorry about that. So, as I said, I'd like to welcome in Jake Stewart, our color commentator. Jake, what are you seeing as Justin Lamb throws it outside to Mendenhall, who's going to try to gain that 1st down. I think he was just short, but as I said, Jake, what are you thinking about our offense with phenomenal energy to start off the second half that we really weren't seeing in that first half?
Well, you're right, Sam. Our offense did not have a ton of plays in the first half, but we did get a lot of yards out of that. So this second half, it's good to see them back up and rolling.
Definitely agreed with that. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 3. Justin Lamb hopefully going to be looking for Keon. We'll see. Or he is. He's going to give it to Keon. Oh, no. Faked me out to Aubrey Marshall Parker. He's going. And he gets stopped at about the 8-yard line. What a phenomenal run there. He juked me out, and I'm on play-by-play. I mean, what a play there. And it actually looks like it's going to be first and 10 at the 9-yard line. Or 1st and 9. Sorry, my bad. God. Math's a little rough, as you can see. So the Raiders are getting closer and closer. Let's see if they can capitalize right here. Off the snap to Justin Lamb. He's going to give it to Keon, hoping for a run. He got it in that time. Oh, just barely stopped. I thought he was going to keep going.
So close.
Great handoff there. And Jake, Keon Martinez and Justin Lamb and Aubrey. I mean, could you have asked for any better of a trio on this offensive end?
They have looked like a 3-man wrecking crew, I'll tell you, Sam. They're looking great out there.
God, they can remake the movie Wreck-It Ralph, and they can add these guys in. I mean, gosh.
Tell me about it, Sam.
I know. So we're entering a 2nd and 3 at the 3-yard line. Let's see if they can capitalize here. They're going to snap. He's going to take it all the way, Justin Lamb, and that is
Walks in.
a touchdown. Easy money for Justin Lamb.
About as easy as it gets there.
Definitely. We've said he has the offense ability. He has the strength. He has the speed. He has everything that you could ask for from a quarterback. Fakes it out there, takes it through the middle, and pure for a touchdown. And then Pierce Thrasher's going to come out for the field goal attempt. It was blocked, our last field goal attempt, by Pierce Thrasher, which was phenomenal defense by Mountain Vista. Let's see if the Raiders can figure it out and get this one off for a hopeful, what could be 20-point lead.
He's got to make these.
They're going to snap it to Pierce Thrasher. And it looks like that is in. So they're going to tag on an extra 2 points, and it looks like it's going to be a score of 27-7. So, Jake, I don't know about you, but I've come out, I was hoping, and I thought during the second half that the Raiders could come out with being their usual selves, a strong, just phenomenal team on the offensive and defensive end. And they started off with their offense rolling. I mean, every play they were just getting first down after first down after first down. What are you seeing that was different from that pretty slow first half?
I think the first half was built on just big plays, just getting right past the defense. And I think the second half has really been the opposite. They've burned some clock down, and they've really capitalized on every play in this half.
I completely agree there. So 7:54 to go. It's a score of 26-27 actually. So, and it's going to be Green kicking this one, or actually that's going to be Mariano Adame, who is actually going to be playing his first game with the Raiders varsity team. And that was a phenomenal kick there for his first varsity kick for Mariano Adame. What looks like he is taking the place of Green. So a beautiful kick there. Just got pulled up from the JV squad in order to help out as much as he can. And we'll see if he can maybe work his way up to being that starter. But a phenomenal kick there. So it looks like they're going to start at the 21-yard line at a 1st and 10.
Former soccer player, really proven himself.
Yes, a great athletic player. And there is going to be a flag, and it's going to push Mountain Vista back. Ugh. Jake, Mountain Vista, I mean, or actually, yes, it is going to be a flag. So it looks like they're going to be pushed back to the 16-yard line, which makes it 1st and 15. Not a great way to start there, but let's see if they can convert with the circumstances. They're going to snap it. He's going to look for the pass, and that's intercepted. He's going to look for the score. He gets stopped.
Totally
yes,
read.
People. It is Patrick Rowe, the one and the only, one of our star defensive players, and he said, you know what? I think it's my turn to score. And he was almost there, and that is going to put Raiders what could be in perfect touchdown position. I mean, could you ask for a better defensive line, Jake? I mean, throughout not only this game, but every game this season, I mean, the defense has just never failed to just be amazing.
Putting pressure on the quarterback, Sam, that's the key. That's what leads straight to those interceptions, and we got one there.
I mean, it was perfect. It was picked off perfectly. I mean, he read that lane phenomenally. Gosh, Jake, my vocab's horrible today. You know what? I need to fix this. I'm sorry.
He has
Gosh,
been a
I'm
stud
crazy.
all season.
Thank you. Justin Lamb's going to look for Keon again. He's going to try to cut through. He's still going spins. And he's finally taken down. I thought he was going to go into a spinaroo right into the touchdown. He's even spun up, had to shake his head for a little bit just to get back in motion. So that's going to be a 2nd down and 3. The 3-yard line. And if I had to guess, I think this will hopefully be a running play for Keon, Jake. I mean, we obviously can see that he can run in a 3-yard distance easy. I mean, that should be easy for him.
Keon is such a dynamic running back, and they just can't stop him in the red zone.
And Justin Lamb off the snap goes to Keon. No, they don't.
Oh,
no,
what
they
a
go
fake.
to what?
He's in.
That looks like A.J. Smallwood. Or actually, wait. Who am I talking? That's Justin Lamb with another touchdown.
Touchdown, Raiders!
Yes. Gosh, Justin Lamb. Gosh, maybe it's time to put him at the running back position already, Jake. I mean, golly. He is just producing like nobody's business. I mean, let me tell you. In these past games, I haven't been as impressed with his ability, being that his passing game has been off. I just haven't seen the oomph. And then he comes out this game, and boy, Jake, he's scoring, he's passing, he's just getting himself open every time. I mean, phenomenal. And this is Pierce Thrasher for the kick. And that looks perfect. And that's going to be a now score of 33-7. So, as we said before the broadcast, this Mountain Vista team has had a rough going against teams like this with a 2-2 record, but you're going against a team like the Raiders, and Jake, you must know that nothing's going to be easy, and they showed it there as Patrick Rowe picked off a great pass, which then gave them that touchdown and field goal. So what a way to start this second half with a couple touchdowns. I mean, I'm very excited, and you never know. I think they could tag on some more, but at this point, my only question, Jake, is can this Mountain Vista team get something to go? I mean, it's been rough for this team. I just haven't seen any kind of energy or any kind of courage.
Well, the Raiders are 3-1 this season. I think they've really proven today why they can compete with some of the best teams in the state, and sure looking like that today.
And that's Pierce Thrasher with the beautiful kick. And Mountain Vista's looking to run. And he's looking to run, and they're going to look to stop him, and they do. Great play, and that looks like they're going to stop him right at the 25-yard line for a 1st and 10. 26-yard line, my fault. So great defense by the Raiders there to stop them immediately. Hopefully they can show some more aggressiveness. Jake, wouldn't it be phenomenal if they could pick off another pass?
Yes, I have to agree, Sam. One more, and it looks like it'd do it.
One more, and, I mean, just like Jake said, I think this could seal the deal for them. I mean, with how good they're playing now, I mean, you have Jake Heimlicher, you have Tama Tuatelli, you have Aubrey Marshall-Parker, Patrick Rowe. I mean, this is a stacked defense. Let's see if they can do it. Patrick Rowe looking to go inside. Mountain Vista, boom, baby. Boom, shakalaka. Look who's town. Tama Tuatelli. So he comes in the middle and breaks his run down. And, I mean, that's kind of been Patrick Rowe and Tama Tuatelli and with Jake Heimlicher and A.J. Smallwood in the middle. I mean, God, Jake. I mean, those are some big guys, and they're just taking them every time. So that was a beautiful. They pushed them back for a 2nd and 14 at the 22-yard line. Let's see if the Raiders can make the same play. Mount Vista's going to look for the pass. Oh, just off.
Building off your point, Sam, I talked to Aubrey Marshall-Parker at halftime, and he told me he is ready to go off in this second half. He said he really thinks that this second half could really be big for him.
Well, with the way they're playing right now, Jake, I would say that they're right about that. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 14 at the 22-yard line, and let's see if the Raiders can shut them out for a quick 3-and-out. It's going to snap. They're going to look. No. Yes, Tama Tuatelli. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Oh, but it's caught.
What a catch.
What a recovery there. They obviously could see that a huge Tama Tuatelli was coming, but they were able to have poise and get the pass off. Phenomenal patience there by the Mountain Vista quarterback. I mean, what a great play there. Wetzel, the quarterback, has he hasn't been able to get a lot for his team, being the Raiders' defense is just so strong, but he was able to get a perfect pass there and perfect play, and that's going to be another flag, which looks like is going to go against this Mountain Vista team, if I'm not mistaken.
Looks like a false start.
And the false starts are piling up for this Mountain Vista team, who have just not been able to stay away and just can't stop crossing that line. So let's see if they can improve on that. It's going to be Wetzel in the shotgun. Let's see if he can get something done with this team. Wetzel's going to receive the snap. He's going to look for the immediate pass. Oh, and it's blocked. That's blocked easily. What a play there by the Raiders on defense. Gosh, I mean, Jake, their defense is just being so stifled, and just Macias there with the great defensive play, but players like Macias and Patrick Rowe just blocking those passing lanes for their wide receivers. I mean, do they have any options?
Absolutely. They're just pounding the quarterback. He has nowhere to throw it, nowhere to go with the ball.
So it's going to be a 2nd down and 15 at the 31-yard line. They're going to see if they can look to capitalize. Off the snap, Wetzel receives it. Hard hit, and it is missed, but number 15, Jake Heimlicher, comes in and does a full-out UFC body slam there.
And after the play, you can see the quarterback giving some love to Jake. He knows how much effort he puts into every play.
Yes. And you talk about a player who's not only been playing phenomenally, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? But has been playing great on the defensive end like usual. Was a defensive state player last year, and by the way, he's playing this year, could easily make that again, but his offense has been perfect. He's already scored some touchdowns this season, just been a phenomenal player. Wetzel off the snap. And here comes Jake Heimlicher, almost blocked it. Tama Tuatelli is going to swing him right down, push him back. Boom! I mean, Tama Tuatelli has come to play every night. That's going to be 4th and 15 with no gain. So a quick one for Mountain Vista. Just can't seem to get anything against this phenomenal Raider defense.
Now, Sam, after the Raiders finished 4th last year in the playoffs, and their last couple games, they're going to have at Legacy, at Douglas County, and Aurora Central. How do you think they can finish the season this year?
I think they can play really good. They've obviously shown how good they are as a team, and I think that they could easily win that game. So we'll see what they can do. And that's caught by Aubrey Marshall Parker at what looks like the 41-yard line. That's going to be a 1st and 10 with the score of 33-7, and hopefully Justin Lamb can come back out and salvage, hopefully another touchdown. So we'll see what he can do on the offensive end. Right now, I'm looking to see if Justin Lamb can hopefully look out to Aubrey Marshall Parker for maybe a hopeful throw, because we've obviously seen how good he can be on the passing end of both Aubrey Marshall Parker and Justin Lamb. So we'll see if they can convert. It's going to be a 1st down. It's going to be Justin Lamb in the pocket. Off the snap, he's going to give it to Keon. He's running and gets stopped. Looks like it's going to be a gain of 3 or 4.
A lot of running, not a lot of yards there for Keon.
Oh, or 1. Dang. 2nd and 9. So, Jake, with the score of 33-7 and about 5 minutes to go, what do you think Mountain Vista needs to do in order to get even close to winning this game?
Well, to start off, Sam, they have to get a stop this drive. It can't be another long drive and a lot of time taken off. That just can't happen for this Mountain Vista team.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that, and that's a caught ball by Mendenhall. playing phenomenal play tonight. Great player. We'll see if he can continue. So it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 4 at the 47-yard line. Hopefully the Raiders can convert here and not go out quick. So it's going to be Justin Lamb looking for Aubrey and Keon, if possible. And he is not. Just off for Aubrey Marshall Parker. Just a little bit off to the left. And that does look like it's going to end up being a 4th and 4. And if I'm not mistaken, it looks like Justin Lamb is going to take it, if I'm not mistaken, and see if he can convert on this 4th down play. And it looks like they are. So a 4th and 4 with 4:03 to go. Let's see if they can convert with either Keon Martinez or maybe again.
Oh,
no, he's
Justin
gonna punt it.
Doesn't go too far.
And I did not see that one coming, Jake. I mean, what a surprise play there. And Justin Lamb has been known to do that throughout the season, fake out the throw and punt it, and it ended up being a fake out play there. So it's going to end up being a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line for Mountain Vista, and they're hoping to get something to go here and hopefully get a score. It's been scoreless for, I think, about 17, 18 minutes now, Jake. So we're looking to see if they have the power and the strength and the heart to score something. I mean, if they can't score here, I mean, going into the the 4th quarter, my bad, it's going to be very tough. So what does Mountain Vista need to do against this stealthy Raider defense?
What does Mountain Vista need to do on offense?
What?
Nothing.
And the Raiders immediately tackle him. Great defense there. I mean, that's, again, phenomenal defense by the Raiders on the outside. And gosh, Jake, I mean, this defense has just been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, they're just not letting anything through. And I'm not seeing anybody on this Mountain Vista team that is really getting open and really being able to take advantage. I mean, but what's to take advantage of, Jake? I mean, the defense is so good.
This quarterback has had nowhere to go with the ball.
Definitely. So Wetzel's going to look at the second down and 7 to see if he can hopefully get something to go. He's going to look for he's going to, boom! Boom! Nope, not going. And that's going to be a heavy hit by number 2, Williams. My bad. That's Macias on the tackle. Phenomenal player. Macias and Rowe on the defensive end are a force, and they've shown it this game. So it's now going to be a 3rd and 15 at the 21-yard line, and it's going to be a timeout for Mountain Vista, seeing if they can figure out something so that they don't immediately go out again. So, Jake, we're coming to 2 minutes and 42 seconds left with a score of 33-7. What does Mountain Vista need to do right here in order to get some momentum or something going for their team?
Well, they really haven't even been able to avoid getting sacked, and I just think they really need to give this quarterback time. Their offensive line has been poor all day, and it needs to get better.
Yes, agreed. As Jake said, their offensive line just this whole game has just been lackadaisical and just hasn't been able to get open for the quarterback. And as I said earlier, Wetzel, the Mountain Vista quarterback, has played good, but the problem is his offensive line, as Jake mentioned, just cannot seem to find an opening. But being that you're playing such a phenomenal defense, I mean, it's just tough to get open. So we'll see if they can somehow find the secret or the hidden treasure of how they can get through this Raider wall. Wetzel.
Big play here.
He's going to look for the throw. He's running. He's going to look for the big one, and it's caught for what is a 1st down.
Finally, a positive play for Mountain Vista.
Yes, a beautiful play there to keep them in for a 1st down and 10 at the 37-yard line. And hopefully if they can continue that, they might have a chance. But if I were the Raiders right now, they should hopefully be looking to end this run so that they can end this with maybe even a score if they have enough time, or just the ball to start off the next quarter. So it's going to be thrown to Wetzel. He's going to throw it. Oh, and it's dropped. Oh,
Gotta make that catch.
number 15, Williams, the junior, just was not able to catch that ball, and he had it in his hands, but just could not gather it. And that was a great throw and great look by Wetzel, but just as Jake said earlier, they just haven't been able to get a offensive line that can really be aggressive and really show the effort to score or to get some yards. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 for Wetzel. He's going to get it snapped. He's going to look for the pass, and it's
Picked off again.
no, it's not. Actually, it was caught.
It was caught?
It looked intercepted from my end, but it was a good catch there. I don't know if they got any yards.
He sure fooled me there, Sam.
I know, they did. They got a 3rd down and 6 at the 41-yard line. So let's see if the Raiders can get a stop here. That would be very big for this squad. Yes, Jake, I thought that got intercepted too. It was very close. Kind of a scary pass there for Wetzel, but it got to him, and they'll take it. So it's going to be a 3rd and 6 with 2 minutes to go. Let's see if Wetzel can get it to go. It's going to be snapped. Wetzel's going to look for the run. He's going to get the pass off. Oh, and
He got
Patrick
crushed.
Yes, and Patrick Rowe was very close to intercepting it. And if I had to guess, I think it's going to be immediately a 4th down that they're going to take. I mean, at this point, they're going to take every 4th down they can get. So it's going to be 4th and 6 at the 41-yard line, and they're hoping that they can get something to go, or else it's going to be the Raiders' turn to attack. So let's see if Wetzel can figure something out with his offensive line to get something going. And shotgun. Gets the snap. He's going to go long, and it's a great catch.
Went up for that one.
A little high, but he was able to get up and catch it, and a beautiful look there by Wetzel, and they're going to keep going with their run. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line, hoping that they can get in field goal position or maybe even get a touchdown. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 at the 47, and Jake, what does this Raider defense need to do to stop this Mountain Vista team that is starting to gain momentum slowly and slow?
Well, you see Jake Heimlicher has been on about every play this 2nd half, and if they can just keep it up with Jake, then they're in good shape.
And it looks like that one's going to be a miss there, which will force a 2nd down. So actually it looks like a 5-yard game for a 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line. With a minute and 20 seconds left to go with the score 33-7. And they're going to look for a play, hopefully, to get, as I said, in field goal position or to score. So it's going to be Wetzel in the pocket. He's going to throw it immediately. And they are going to get some yards, but he is tackled immediately. So great look there, and that's going to be a 3rd and 2. So very close there. Let's see. It looks like they are in field goal position now, but this team is hoping they can get even closer and score. They're looking good right now. They have the momentum with Wetzel. Let's see if they can continue here. Wetzel receives the low snap, and then there is a flag there, which looks like it's going to be against Regis. Didn't really look like a flag-worthy play there, but they are going to call it on Regis for what I would have to guess would be holding, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yes, and it is holding on the Raiders for a Mountain Vista 1st down at the 29-yard line, 1st and 10, and big play for Mountain Vista there, and they're going to look to capitalize with 23 seconds left. They're going to look for the touchdown if possible, and if not, they will get the field goal attempt. Let's see if the Raiders can get a stop. Wetzel calling out a play. Off the snap. He's going to look for the run. It is immediately red. And they're immediately going to come off the field and bring their kicker in.
Looks like it'll be the end of the third quarter.
Or actually, my bad, they're just going to call the play. It looks like they're going to keep going. With 8-7 clock ticking down, and it looks like we're going to be coming down to the fourth quarter. So after an eventful fourth quarter for the Regis Jesuit Raiders, we're entering this fourth quarter. Let's see if the Raiders can keep this up and hold this lead and hopefully capitalize on what was a phenomenal third quarter. Please stick with us on the Raider Sports Network. We'll be back to you. Thank you.
We do.
Oh, did you get that?
Welcome back to
Gary?
Raider Sports Network.
That was so cool. Oh, that was so cool.
Welcome back to Raider Sports Network. My name is Sam Stern, and if you didn't just see that last play, that was a touchdown for this Mountain View team. And as I was saying, let's see if this Mountain View team can convert on this field goal and add some more points to the board and see if they have a hopeful comeback. They have a phenomenal kicker for this team. Let's see if they can convert. Off the snap, the field goal. Beautiful. That's going to be 2 points added on. Or, sorry, my bad, 1 point added on. So it's going to be 33-14. Beautiful touchdown there to start off the fourth quarter with just seconds in. Beautiful play there. So we are now to score 33-14. And as I was saying earlier in the game, this Raider team opened up this third quarter with energy, and they first scored a touchdown to start off the quarter with a beautiful run down the field. And then Patrick Rowe intercepted a ball, and they were able to convert a touchdown off that play. And then just off to start this fourth quarter, they were able to score a touchdown, Mountain View. So a beautiful play. So let's see if the Raiders can now convert after Mountain Vista was just able to. And just like to mention one more time about our brand new Raider Sports Network social media pages. Please give us a follow for live coverage if you're not able to make it to the game, halftime scores, and beautiful photos from our photography and video crew at Raider Sports Network on Instagram and Raider SN on Twitter. Thank you. So Mountain Vista kick is going to be right into the touchdown area, and it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Raiders with 11:54 to go. And we are now entering a stage where the Raiders are wanting to score again so that they can lock up their chances of winning this game, though it will be tough if they are not able to score here for this team to win, this Mountain Vista team. It is possible. Anything is possible. And as we saw in the Mullen game a couple weeks ago, anything is possible. So let's see if the Raiders can hopefully seal the deal with a touchdown here. Justin Lamb off the snap, a low one to Keon Martinez, and he's running. No, he's still going. Nobody stopped there. Beautiful run there. I thought he was going to keep going. He loves to do that spin move and spin around guys, and it works a lot of the time. So let's see if they can keep it up. So a beautiful run there. So that's going to be a 2nd and 8. Only gain 2, but still they'll take the yards. 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line with 11:32 to go. With, as I said, a score of 33-14. Let's see if Justin Lamb can look to his wide receivers, especially Aubrey Marshall Parker or even Keon Martinez, for a hopeful run, maybe even a score. He's going to fake it to Keon Martinez. He's going to throw it. Beautiful to Jake Heimlicher. He's running. He's still going. He's still going. And he's finally tackled. Beautiful play there. He never gives up. And as I said, he's been doing it on the offensive and defensive end tonight in all of our other games. So excellent play there. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line here with 11:07 to go. And beautiful play there. 15-yard gain there. Beautiful run by Jake Heimlicher. And we're going to see if maybe Jake Heimlicher has a touchdown in store for today. Almost got one in the first half, but wasn't able to quite get it there. So 1st and 10. Justin Lamb, another low snap. Oh, just bounces off the hands of Aubrey Marshall Parker. So that's going to lead to another 2nd down and 10. Oh, and my fault. That was Peppercorn, the intended receiver. And it looks like Keon Martinez is going to come back in, hopefully looking for a large run to gain some yards. And they'd love to score, as I've said here. And they're bringing in Tama Tuateli, also the big giant in the middle, who has just been playing amazing this whole season. A senior who's going to be sorely missed. And let's see if he can block and play amazing like he always does. Snap to Justin Lamb. He's going to give it to Keon. Does not fake this time. Keon's still going. He's running. He's still going. He's still going. You can't stop this man. He's still going. Keon Martinez is a monster. You cannot stop this guy. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And you talk about a sprinter. That is Keon Martinez. I mean, gosh, he just took it all the way and sent it to town. What a play there.
Hey, Cameron, you want to get down there?
Rocco, there's no line. Give me a burger. Cheeseburger. You can get yourself something if there's extra.
Well, I can't really leave because the game's live.
That was caught on the audio. Jake.
And I'd like to welcome Jake Stewart back in with us. Jake, as you saw, Mountain Vista was able to score to start off the 4th quarter to make it 14-33. But Keon Martinez just came into the game and made a huge run. He got guys hanging onto his legs, and he still was able to take it. I mean, that shows you how strong of a player he is. So they are at the 23-yard line, 2nd and 7. And what does Mountain Vista have to do right now? With an injured player, actually, wasn't able to see it. Looks like that injured player is on Mountain Vista, which looks like number 2. Let's see.
Cameron, don't show the injured player.
That's Williams for the Golden Eagles, and definitely a tough one. Williams has been active today for their team. One of the only active players who's really been physically active and playing for this team tonight.
Yes, to go back to your question, Sam, I think down 3 scores, this Mountain Vista team really has to step it up, and they really got to be aware of time now because it's really starting to wind down.
Yes, they do. They're going to hand it off to Justin Lamb. He's going to fake another one. He's going to look, and it's caught by Tama Tuateli, and it's a touchdown.
Tama.
Tama time. Tama time.
And as we say at Regis Jesuit, Tama.
Yes. So it's 39-14. They're going to look to extend it to 40-14 if possible, with 9 minutes and 49 seconds to go. Tama Tuateli, as I was mentioning earlier, what a player. I mean, with Tama Tuateli and Jake Heimlicher, both defensive and offensive threats, I mean, they are just phenomenal players. And Tama Tuateli was putting in a lot of work over the summer here at the Luke Kellogg Stadium field. Every day, really working on his craft and really becoming an even better football player. And just by watching him these first couple games this season that we've had, you can really tell the improvements, and he's played phenomenal.
And we really got to hope that these young players can step it up, because this team is really built off our seniors. So,
and it looks like they're actually not going to count that touchdown. So it actually looks like it's going to be 2nd and 6, which is interesting there. 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line. Interesting play there. In the pocket. Hands it over to Keon Martinez. He's still going. And he's finally dropped. Gosh, with the way Keon Martinez was playing, you could gather a group of 10 guys to stop him, and he'd find a way out. I mean, gosh, what a player. I mean, he's just so hard to tackle. And with his size, you know, speaking of the NFL, I mean, he reminds me of C.J. Anderson on the Broncos, Jake, because both of them are smaller players in height, but they're both big guys. They're bulky. And for both players, they can force their ways through huge crowds and find a way to score or get huge yards.
I have to agree, Sam. Fitting through small holes is definitely one of his key abilities.
Justin Lamb still going. Wasn't able to score a touchdown there, but he got some large feet, and he runs to the 8-yard line, my bad, for a 2nd down and 5. With 8:35 left to go, and let's see if they can convert on a touchdown here to hopefully seal the deal. So here's Justin Lamb. He's going to fake it. Oh! Aubrey Marshall Parker.
That one's got to be caught. Now it's going to be 4th down for the Raiders.
Yes, it's going to be a 4th down and an easy drop there. Let's see if they can actually, my bad, it's going to be a 3rd and 5 at the 8-yard line. Let's see if they can convert here and hopefully get Aubrey Marshall, that's a new one. Aubrey Marshall Parker another chance at a score. Instead, he's going to hand it off to Keon. Touchdown.
He's in.
And you know what, Jake? Though I'm not going to say it with 100% intention, I think that this game is over. But I'm not going to, don't mark my words.
Yeah, I don't think you should do that after our last game, Sam.
Yes, after that Mullen game, I think for the rest of the season, for any sport, we can't really underestimate any more teams.
Yes,
so anything's possible, but a phenomenal score either way. And it's going to be Green coming out here for the Raiders, hoping he can slam one in and make it 40-14. It's going to be snap, and that one is pure dead middle, and that's going to put them up 40-14. And Jake, I mean, what a way to play in this second half. I mean, although this team played a pretty good game in the first half, I mean, they didn't play bad. I definitely saw some great play by Justin Lamb this whole game, and Keon Martinez as usual. But in the second half, I've just seen a rejuvenated team that can really play, and they're aggressive. They really have the runs. And Justin Lamb, I mean, he's the facilitator as any team needs as a quarterback, but he's reached this next level where he's making his own plays for himself instead of just making it for his teammates. So every time he fakes out a play to Keon, fakes out a play to Aubrey, and he takes it all the way himself. So beautiful here. And it looks like Mariano Adame is going to come out for another kickoff. And we'll see if he can hopefully place this one, hopefully into the end zone. Let's see what he can do. Mariano Adame with a big kick to near the touchdown zone. They're going to run it. And boom, gone. That is going to be an immediate stop there, and they could have used a large run there, but it's going to be a little tough. So it's going to be placed at the 15-yard line with a 1st and 10 with about 8 minutes to go with a score of 40-14. And Jake, I'm very excited about the way this Raider team has played. Though that one Mullen game was a tough one, I think that the rest of the games I've been very impressed. I mean, building off of a game like Highlands Ranch where you were able to win 24-0, which is phenomenal, they're coming in playing great tonight.
Yeah, playing great on all sides of the ball, special teams, defense, and offense.
They're going to look for the throw. It is caught for Mountain Vista, but immediately tackled. And that's one problem is every time they do get a pass to go or something to go, a Raider always ends that parade fast. So let's see if they can hopefully catch something or get a run without immediately being tackled. So it's going to be a 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line with 7:40 to go. Let's see if they can continue. It's going to be snapped. Wetzel over, beautiful pass, and then immediately pulled down. That should be a gain of a couple yards there. Beautiful play. And that's the one thing that Wetzel has impressed me with tonight. His passing ability is phenomenal. And there is an injured player, and the coaches immediately come out on the field. Let's see who it is.
It's got to be a Raider, isn't it, Sam?
Yes, let's see who's injured. If I'm not mistaken, this could be Keon Martinez, who has been a defensive player for us. We'll have to see. This could be a huge loss for both ends, the offensive and defensive end for this squad. And there's quite a few coaches on the field. This could be a big one. Let's see what the deal is. So while there's an injury, we're going to take a break with Raider Sports Network. We're going to be back with you and see, hopefully, if everything's going to be okay. Stay with us.
Football break.
Welcome back to Raider Sports Network. My name is Sam Stern along with Jake Stewart. That was Chris Adams, the injured player, coming off the field. Now that's going to be a run for Mountain Vista. He's still going. Oh, boom. He's going to be stopped, but a great run there. Definitely a lot of yards gained. It's going to be to Robertson for the beautiful play. That's going to be a 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. So huge gain there with 6 minutes and 58 seconds to go. Let's see what the Raiders can do here on the defensive end. And we've entered a time in the game where it's kind of coming to a close, and it's not really gonna be a close game. And that's gonna be Wetzel, great pass there, and that's gonna be Macias trying to get him out of bounds, missed him, but the other Raider defensive players were there to help on the play. So that's going to lead to a 2nd down and 3 yards, so a gain of 7 at the 46-yard line.
Makes it 2nd and 3 for Mountain Vista from the Regis Jesuit 47.
So 2nd down and 3, 6 minutes left to go in this game. Wetzel's going to look for hopefully a good pass, a low snap again. Bad pass there. Just not going their way tonight. Just been really slow this whole game, and they're looking to see if they can just get one more play just to really just make it closer and just to kind of have the confidence and encouragement to show that they're a skilled team and that this Regis team isn't as great as they are making it seem. And this is going to be Wetzel with third down and 3 at the 47-yard line. They really need this to continue this run. Wetzel, another low snap. And it's a great run, not getting stopped. Beautiful play there to stop that run. And that's Macias with the beautiful defensive play there to stop it. So that's a 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line with 5 minutes and 46 seconds left to go. Great play there. Wetzel's going to look for it. He's going to look for the runner. Beautiful pass there. Just a little under. And Mountain View stands think that there should have been a flag there for unsportsmanlike conduct on the last play. It looks like they're not going to call anything. So it's now going to be a 2nd down and 10. And let's see if the Raiders can get a stop and end this run and seal the deal with 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Wetzel with another pass way too high and hard, and that's not going to go. And that's going to be a 3rd and 10. Just really slow here. They could really use a completion. So 3rd and 10, 5 minutes and 25 seconds left to go, 40-14. And it looks like that's going to be a 4th and 10 with no gain again. But they're going to stay out there and hoping they can convert here on this 4th down and get something to go. Let's see if the Raider Divas can get a stop and end this game officially. And Wetzel's going to look. And it's going to be caught. And let's see if that is worthy of a 1st down. And it looks like it is worthy of a 1st down. Great play. It looks like Smith caught that one on the right side. Great play there. So let's see if the Raiders can stop them from getting a touchdown. This Mountain View, or this Golden Eagle team has shown some heart right now, but it has come a bit too late. Let's see if they can at least end it with a good ending. 4 minutes, 52 seconds left to go at the 26-yard line, 1st and 10. Wetzel's going to look. Wetzel, beautiful spiraled pass, but that pass was not thrown to a human. It was thrown to the ground. So not a great pass there, and it's going to end up being a 2nd down and 10 at the 26-yard line with 4 minutes and 44 seconds left in the game. And please come stay with us every Friday as we will do our broadcast with the Raider Sports Network for every sport, any game you like, soccer, softball, volleyball, tennis, any game that you're interested in, we're there. So please follow us on social media, watch our broadcasts on NFHS. Thank you to NFHS for everything they do, and that's going to be a timeout right there for Mountain View. Hopefully wanting to get something to go with a 2nd down and 10 with only 4 minutes and 44 seconds left to go. And their options are very, 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 very limited at this point in time. But kind of to summarize this game, I mean, the Raiders came out a little slow, and then something sparked with Justin Lamb after kind of a tough stretch these last couple games. And he said, I think it's my time to shine. And he comes out here and he plays phenomenal. I mean, what a player. I mean, doing everything. He is scoring, he is passing, he is getting some great fakes. I mean, what a game for Justin Lamb. If I had to choose, it would probably be him as the player of the game because he's just played absolutely amazing. Wetzel is going to get the low snap. Oh, here comes Smallwood. I thought he was going to catch him, but he was already down.
And folks, we got an announcement for you. Rocco's Wrap Top will be closing this game out.
Yeah, as Jake said, it looks like Rocco Silvestro is going to be closing us out tonight with a little post-game action, kind of telling us what he saw from the game and improvements and things that they did do well and who they'll be playing next game.
And Rocco, what do you have to say about your pregame show? After the game show?
All I could say, folks, is it's going to be legendary.
And you heard that, folks. It will be legendary. You heard that straight from Rocco Silvestro. It doesn't get better than that.
Okay, with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go after a great speech from Jake Stewart and Rocco Silvestro with a 4th and 2. Let's see if Wetzel can get something to go for the last. And it's off. And it's going to be the Raiders taking it from the 18. So that, as of now, looks like it's probably going to be one of their last times on the offensive end. And just great defense by the Raiders there to stop their run there. They had momentum and they were showing signs, but as I said, with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left to go, you can't really expect any insurmountable scoring. So it looks like it's going to be Shrieker Shava and the rest of the offense coming out.
And we also got the Regis band here showing their pride with an Ole, Ole Regis.
And the Raiders will be bringing in some of their younger players, which does have some sophomores on their team, including our quarterback.
And we got a freshman in at quarterback.
And
so the freshman he goes by the name of Gordy. I just said he was a freshman on air.
And as you can see, and Gordy McKinnon, if I pronounced that right, has come into the game for Regis, a phenomenal sophomore quarterback, one of the backups. Really played well last season and got brought up all the way to varsity. A big guy for a sophomore, along with a couple other sophomores who will hopefully maybe score here. Let's see if they can do it with a 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line. Oh, and it looks like they're moving up. Personal foul on Mountain View, the Golden Eagles there. And time's going to start ticking down with 4 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. And they're going to take it from the Mountain Vista 30-yard line for a 1st and 10. So let's see if Regis can convert here on some yards. And Gordy's going to do a perfect little running game there, and they're going to be stopped, though, but he did gain some yards. Beautiful play there. What a game, and we're coming down to the end with 2 minutes, 16 seconds left to go. Definitely a phenomenal game by this Raider team who has shown that they have the strength, they have the power to take over a game, and they showed that tonight. And Gordy's going to run it. He can run, people. He can run. He's going to take. I thought he was taking all the way to the end zone, but he gets stopped. Beautiful play there by Gordy McKinnon. Or McKeon, my fault. He's going to be at the 49-yard line with a 1st and 10 with a minute 52. He'd love to get some kind of points on the board with this backup group. By the way they're playing, I think that they could easily do it. So let's see if they can get something done here. Ty McGuire at the running back position, not able to gain, but actually loses 4 yards. That's going to be 2nd and 14. Ty McGuire, also a sophomore. Him and Gordy McKeon are great players. And Gordy's out, actually. And it's going to be handed off to Ty McGuire, who gets some yards. Not many. And they just brought in number 18. Looks like they just brought in their 2nd or 3rd string quarterback. Looks like. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like that's. And that's McGuire brought down. So it's 16 seconds left to go. This game is going to be over, and the Raiders are going to take this fantastic and strong win as the clock ticks down at 6 seconds. And it's going to be a score of 40-14, a phenomenal game for the Raiders. And the Mountain Vista Golden Eagles could not find some way to beat this powerful team. What a game for the Raiders, and a great broadcast here. And we have our sports analytics head, Ryan, for some information for us before we end this game. So now, without further ado, here to Ryan.
All right, well, it's the same story in the first quarter, halftime, and the third quarter. Regis held on, kept getting good, efficient runs down the field, and Mountain Vista struggled. Got kind of bogged down as they entered Regis territory on most of their possessions, and the score reflects that. So I think we got to give a hand to the Regis coaching staff and the players for keeping the pace of the game the way they want it to be, because it definitely worked for tonight. Hopefully we can see more of this going down the stretch of the season into the playoffs, and that's about it. Giving it back to Sam Stern on Raider Sports Network.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan, for that. As he mentioned, a great game for Regis here, statistically and just mentally for this team. They just came in with a great mindset in the second half, and they completely took over this game with a whole new mindset and great skill. So we're going to end this broadcast, this phenomenal and exciting broadcast tonight. Thanks to Nick Sanglis, play-by-play in that first half. Thanks to Will Markowski, Jake Stewart, Rocco Silvestro, and especially our cameraman for his great help, and Ryan for his always awesome work. So thank you so much. Please